Go ahead, ask the average person what Super Smash Bros. Is, and they'll probably say something along the lines of, "Oh yeah, that's the one where Metroid and Zelda beat the shit out of each other with hammers." Well, they wouldn't be wrong, I suppose, but ask Jason Zimmerman what Smash Bros. Is, and he'll go on for hours about character hitboxes, matchup spreads, and frame data. And to me, that is the beauty of Smash Bros. A game that can be played casually with friends as the creator originally intended it to be.
It's a fucking party game. Just accept what I have created.
Or a game that has forged a ravenous competitive community, with tournaments all across the globe, pushing the limits of the game to stages such as EVO in the midst of constant controversy from the fighting game community. Smash Bros. Is for fucking babies who don't know. Shut the fuck up! But what makes it so enjoyable? What has led to its success both casually and competitively? This video is going to take an in-depth look at the franchise that I love, Super Smash Bros., and I'm not gonna lie, I'm just gonna praise the fuck out of it. Now when you think of a fighting game, what comes to mind first? I don't know, actual fighting? Most people would picture a game like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, traditional health bar fighters that made their name on the classic gaming consoles of the 20th century and arcades across the map. But Smash Bros. Is a fighting game as well, but with no health bar. That's right, Smash Bros. Throws away the health bar system completely and has a system of its own. You see, the objective is to knock your opponent off the screen with attacks, and instead of a set amount of life, you have percent. The higher your percent, the farther you get launched. In competitive play, when you're the victim of this, you lose a stock. To win, just get rid of all your opponent's stocks. Stock amounts vary from game to game, but you get the point. Now you're probably bored right now if you're a competitive player, but the purpose of me explaining all of this is to show how unique this system really is. Not only is this completely different from the average health bar fighter, but it adds many aspects into it. Character weight. Obviously Bowser would be harder to hit further than Jigglypuff, right? The stages themselves. Some stages are huge, which makes it harder to kill your opponent, and some are smaller, making it easier. Some stages you can launch your opponent downwards, while others have floors across the screen. So all stages have uniqueness and individual importance when choosing where to fight. Directional influence, or DI, which allows you to control your momentum as you're hit, allowing you to live longer or even escape long attack strings. It seems like a simple concept at first, but these factors that play into it really show the level of thought and ingenuity that go into each individual game, stage, and character.
This is the kind of shit that makes me blush like shit. Lol.
Speaking of characters, what kind of fighters are in this game anyways? Oh, I don't know. Just an assembly of Nintendo's greatest and most iconic champions spanning decades of classic titles. Oh, and Cloud. Still not sure how Sakurai pulled this one out of his ass. And there's cast variety too. From Melee's Pichu, to Brawl's Snake, to Smash 4's pretty much everyone. Each game has its own unique roster that revolves around the staple 12 of Smash 64. They offer a variety of playstyles, from rushdown, to zoning, to bait and punish. There's no way that someone won't find a character best suited to how they enjoy the game. The best part is that you can play a character simply because you love their origins in game, because each character represents a special part of Nintendo's epic history. Except Cloud. Once again, Sakurai is a fucking wizard for somehow sneaking him into this game. If you had told me as a child that I would one day get to play a game that has Mario, Sonic, Pac-Man, Mega Man, Ryu, and Cloud, I would have fucking shit my pants. Super Smash Bros. Corners the market on gaming icons, and it's one of the huge reasons it's so attractive to a massive audience of gamers, both casual and competitive. And if the characters themselves can't get the gears of nostalgia turning, how about that soundtrack? Once again, Smash Bros. Shows the best of what Nintendo has to offer through its music, from the orchestral grace of Zelda or heavy metal riffs of F-Zero and Xenoblade, to the upbeat, feel-good sounds of Mario and Pokemon. Smash Bros. Is a direct reflection of the history of Nintendo, and it chooses to celebrate its rich history through its roster, music, and fun, goofy gameplay. I mean seriously, A tiny pink balloon Pokemon kicking the King of Evil's ass is probably the most Nintendo thing I've ever seen. In my opinion, if there's one franchise that defines everything that Nintendo is about, it's Super Smash Bros. But there's one thing that elevates Smash from a game into a way of life: the amazing community. A community that has stuck together through 4 completely different games and advanced the metas in each through countless, and I mean countless, hours of dedication and competition. A community that had each other's backs even when they were frowned upon by more established games. A community that had to prove they belonged in a competitive FGC when Smash was only considered to be a party game until they reached the point of being sponsored by teams like Cloud9 and TSM. A community so obsessed with this franchise that they've even created fan-made mods and titles of their own to share and grow with other people. Sure, there are fans who have their Smash title of choice, but at the end of the day, it's all Smash Bros. I had the honor of attending Super Smash Con this past week, and it was absolutely amazing. Meeting fans and fellow players and content creators, I could really feel the passion surrounding this game. It's a family, and like any family, we've gone through ups and downs, but the future of Smash is looking brighter than ever. The pioneers of this community made something out of nothing, much like the game itself. Mr. Sakurai chose to innovate instead of follow, and as much as I enjoy and respect games like Street Fighter and Marvel vs. Capcom, I love Smash because it's just so amazingly different. I owe the Smash community so much, words can't even describe it. I will always be a Smasher, and I hope this video convinced you to be as well. Thank you for watching, and Sakurai, you are my god.
Damn straight, motherfucker. Damn straight.